Brett, you're muted!
We're live now.
Oh, okay. Wow, the layout.
Oh no!
Oh no, hold on.
Ah, the glories of live streaming.
I love it. We're
Hey,
gonna have to
guys.
fix
Oh,
that.
because
Check
no,
it
no,
out.
don't change anything. Hold on, it's because
It's
I
a
was
blooper,
sharing.
guys.
Okay.
It's because I was sharing. Oh my god.
There we go.
Dippy.
I'm clicking it. I don't care.
Wow.
You're still
The,
Okay.
the
Oh.
buttons are like squashed even more than normal.
Welcome to our new setup. Welcome
Welcome.
to the Moonlit Mist, our second episode. Clear, smooth. We're professionals, can't you tell?
Obviously.
Obviously. Please let us know if our volume needs any work. I can figure that out as we're going. We have a couple of announcements for this week. Dippy, would you be willing to give us the announcements and the spiel for the rest of the week?
Sure. So, first and foremost, this is a new show, so we don't have any partners or sponsors, but we are using our audio from tabletopaudio.com, the #1 source of sound effects and ambience and background music for your tabletop role-playing games. It has like literally hundreds of ambient tracks and dozens of genres for you to choose from. You can unlock longer versions with their Patreon, but there's no obligation there at all. You can use sound pads and soundboards for sound effects to enhance the experience of things happening in your games, both online and in person. You can hook them up to smart home devices like Alexa and Google Home, and you can control them with that. They have merch. They have all kinds of fun things, and they are 100% completely free, other than their obligatory things, if you want to opt into them. And all you have to do if you're using them for a live stream is give them a shout, and that's what we're doing here. Thank you, Tabletop Audio, for being the music to our ears.
If anyone is curious, the song we are using is Farmland, or Farmyard. It is very peaceful.
Yeah.
Very soothing.
And, let's see, I suppose...
What are we doing tomorrow?
You've just been experiencing, we're in the middle of Talkback Week, so today is going to be a regular episode of this show because this is episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot to talk back on. Maybe at the end of the session, we'll see.
Originally, we were going to do an episode last week and then do talk back this week, so that we have 2 episodes of stuff, but it just didn't work out. Things happened.
Yeah.
Life got
So-
in the way.
Life got in the way.
Welcome. What else? So, tomorrow, there will be a talkback episode for The Inquisition, the game run by yours truly. So that'll be a fun time. Join us for that and make sure that you submit your questions whenever you show up for that, because it'll be a fun time for all. What else? I think that's it for now.
That's kind of it, yeah.
The spiel. Give us a follow if you like what you see. Give us a subscription if you're feeling generous. A Prime subscription gives us the money and you the ad-free experience at no cost to you with an Amazon Prime account. Give us a subscription on the YouTube channel to keep up with the VODs of all of our shows, past, present, and future, including this one and all of our others. Follow the link tree in the description of the stream or the VOD to see all of our other fun stuff, like the Instagram to see updates when we go live, clips edited by our DM, Brett, and memes made by our channel creator, Dono. The merch store has more things coming to it soon, but when those new things are there, you can have a small piece of the channel with you. And the Discord server is being freshly renewed, where you can chat with us and all of your other fellow ANIPOD fans whenever you like. As always, we appreciate anything you do to support the channel and support what we do here, but do what you can, not what you feel like you have to. Your monetary independence is just as important to us as our streaming for your entertainment. And soon and very soon, there may be another way for you to support the ANIPOD channel. It is in the works.
Oh, and ominous.
We will parse out details for that and get back to you with that soon and very soon. But for now, thank you for watching. Thank you for what you do. And with that, let's get into another episode of the Moonlit Mist.
Before we begin, as always, we are grateful that you are here. I guess that was said in the spiel, but as the Dungeon Master, it's especially important to me. And I mentioned last time my notebook, but there's more than just telling a story. In a regular D&D, it's between your friends and your peers, and you're just enjoying a great experience. doing it on Twitch to me is also, now we're broadcasting it and a greater audience can have the same questions that you do at the table. And Dippy, if you don't mute when you're click-clacking, I might throw something at you.
Listen, my keyboard is, like, so incredibly loud because it is so incredibly old. Like, I
will buy you a new keyboard. I'll do it!
Would you? Dude.
When's your birthday?
Hi, Bono. Good to see you in chat.
November.
November? They'll get you something for sooner than later. But because we are sharing a story, stepping away from that, we're sharing a story with not just our friends, but with all of you, and we are grateful for that. And it doesn't matter if you like characters, you hate characters, you're enjoying it like anyone else at the table, except you can't throw things at me, which is the joy of doing it virtually instead of, at the table. If I had a nickel...
No, we just make memes. We just make memes.
We have so many memes, guys, if you check out our Instagram.
Ominous. But, my friends, are we ready to fall into the Moonlit Mist?
Yes, sir.
Or ready to diverse the mist? That's what I said
Let
last
go.
time.
Still working on the catchphrase.
Still working. Yeah, it's episode 2.
Guys, all you have to do is say one phrase 3 times and you have a catchphrase.
One phrase 3 times.
One phrase 3 times.
You are on
phrase
something.
3 times.
God damn it!
Yes! Where's Beetlejuice?
One phrase 3 times.
Last time, we had begun a sweet little adventure. I could tell it to all of you, or one of our players can. It is up to them. You have 15 seconds to decide amongst yourselves, or we'll just roll for it.
I think you got it, bud.
If you, please,
Miko.
Cozy, if you want to, by all means.
Cozy. Cozy, change your
Sure.
name in Discord so that I call you by your character name, not your other, not
Oh, sorry. I'll work on that.
Mo. There we go.
Yeah. So last time we were introduced to a bunch of these lovely, lovely characters. I think Rika was coming out of some sort of adventure from the night before of some kind that left her sore and maybe a little hungover. Miko was definitely not late to work. And let me actually look at my notes. Baku, I think Baku was just trying to be the all-around good guy as far as like making sure nobody messed anything up, nobody hurt themselves.
Except trying to rip me off, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, he's a
Hey,
businessman
wait a
first.
second.
I'm not metaplaying. It's fine.
Business.
Yeah, there was some stuff that happened as far as like planting seeds. I'm just sort of roughly looking at my notes right now. I'm realizing this was likely a mistake and I should not have been the one to volunteer to do this.
I
More
mean,
than allowed.
I have fairly comprehensive notes.
May I?
This is the first campaign that I have like
Go for it.
such
Go for
comprehensive
it.
notes.
You are go for it, please.
Yeah.
Save me.
Just this once. The party is becoming reacquainted, whether they be friends, regulars, or surviving from dangerous encounters. Reconvening in the simple town that most of them would call home. It's a tiny little town. What's it called? This is a little pop quiz for you guys.
We are in the town of Ochre.
We are in the town of Ochre.
Yeah.
Simple.
I was close.
You were.
And there's like a triangle for their town center.
Yes,
that
there's 3
consists of,
buildings.
like the 3 main buildings, and then
Yes.
there's only one other big place, which is a bar.
There better not be a fucking pop quiz every time. I mean, I have comprehensive notes, but there better not be a pop quiz.
If I give you guys a genuine pop quiz,
Yes.
there'll be rewards of candy. Like, I will ship candy to y'all's house.
Good. Go.
First time chat from Snugglepuff Monster. One phrase 4 times, you failed.
friendships are being reignited. People are rushing off to work, trying to survive, and our beloved party cleric Mo has come back into the town, and the first time in a couple of weeks. The spring equinox has just occurred, and it's odd for them to be back so soon. They were headed towards the Broken Axle, the local repair shop / pawn shop of this little town of Ochre. And they got to spend some quality time with dear old August. A character, to be sure. Bartering was had between two of our different party members as they were trying to settle scores and trying to put some coppers in their pocket.
Fairly in balance.
Capitalism's a monster. Others returned to their jobs, and it was just a quiet day. A typical beautiful day in this small little town. But something different happened. The sound of marching and of heavy vehicles began to approach the small town of Ochre, heading from the north. With those that peeked out windows, they saw a small military force, about 20 people, marching in towards the town. Not guns charging, opening fire, but in a uniform, almost like some sort of parade. Which is unsettling, because the last parade that happened in Ochre, there were flowers being thrown and there was magic being cast, not sweaty, honestly looking disheveled soldiers from the town of Creed, the city of Creed, the capital. 4 of our heroes, well, 3 of our heroes and August, are in the Axle. The other is sitting at their place of work, the general store of this town. I feel like, that as beautiful as this music is, it's not correct for what we're trying to do.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
It really, really is.
I can turn my gain all the way down. If I turn my gain all the way down, how does my...
It's still very much there, but I don't want our audience might not be able to hear you as well. So
Yeah.
let's see. How about? Ooh, the Black Rider sounds like a good time. Don't you guys think?
Absolutely.
For those of you that don't know what's in tabletop audio,
Yeah.
Oh no.
Just a smattering.
The last time there has been a military force this big was when there was once a year the tax collection comes through for people to make sure that Creed is able to keep up trade with the northern country. It happens technically twice a year, middle of summer and in winter. However, it's maybe one vehicle with 4 people. Not 2 vehicles, one with a turret and 20 armed men. The other strange thing about this situation, all of these men, like I said, are disheveled. As if they were on the run from something, or they were marching through the night. Similarly to our dear friend, Rika.
Music down just a hair.
Music down just a hair? Okay, there we go.
Better. Okay. I can also just adjust the stream volume on my end. It's fine.
That's true.
Or the Discord stream volume, my apologies.
Yes.
Y'all can't see that.
Almost lost my cool there. There is the person who seems to be in charge is
maybe a little more.
a little bit more. All right.
Sorry.
All right. This is why I ask. Thank you, chatters. We appreciate you sincerely. The person who's in charge is in one of the vehicles. They step out. Their coats. I should actually describe their uniforms. The uniform of Creed is ugly. It is, and that's not me just hating military. That's a whole other thing. No, the issue with them is that they're this awful, almost like clay color, similar to what our military uniforms were like in World War I or World War II. a very clay, like tan, just all the same color, with hints of, it almost looks like someone tried to draw scribbles on their uniforms. But it's intentional, and it's all the same. It's actually part of the camouflage that they can have on these suits. As all you soldiers in Creed, if they live long enough, get rewarded with armor that can protect them and try to make them more invisible in the ever-changing forest that you guys live near. Problem is, if they're out on patrols in the forest, they're probably not going to come back very often. Whether that be from just the mysteries of the forest, whether it be vigilantes, or whether it be just the sheer stupidity of, 20-year-olds with guns. I digress.
Fair.
These are all seasoned troops. The youngest one maybe looks 35. There's a splattering of a couple of half Twilight Walker or half elf for those playing at home that don't know what that is. But most of them are either human or some sort of half-breed, but human specifically. Nothing against having those kinds of other types of folk in the military, but these seem to produce faster. The leader steps out from the vehicle and closes the door. His coat, unlike the rest, is not that ugly tan color. It's more of a dark brown trench coat. He adjusts his belt. You see a beautiful pistol on his side and a couple different pouches. And he kind of looks around the town, looking frustrated. Clearly, he's not lost. They followed the path that goes up towards the northern roads. But for anyone that like to try to give a look at him, I would like an insight check, DC 15.
Just to confirm, do we all see this individual?
He's
or-
the group of soldiers, 20 in front, step to the side and are facing towards a line like they're trying to give him some sort of salute as if he's someone of great importance.
Oh, we all see it?
Everyone sees him.
Okay.
Insight, eh?
15.
I'm sorry?
15.
15, perfect.
19.
19?
I don't know about you, but it's a 22.
22?
It's a 25.
25.
Oh.
Cool.
For everyone that rolled below a 20, he is clearly just upset to be here. There's not a lot to do in Ochre on a good day. This is a Tuesday. Nothing is really going on in the first place. For those that rolled above a 20, you know that look when a man's pride has been broken and he has to ask for help? Think that, but this is a soldier who's been in the military for over 20 years. His beard is a mixture of charcoal, bits of white and gray are kind of sticking out, but he's been trying. It looks like he's either dying or it's very well kept. His hair is slicked back and he is wearing a cap. And he's looking around, waiting to be someone to talk to him of importance.
So when Rika sees them get out and start to get upset, I'm going to slowly scrunch down and back up until I can stealth out.
You are currently
And-
still inside of the building.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was about to say, Baku
know.
will be kind of doing something over this as well. Baku will have drawn whatever blinds are covering for
There
the
are
main
blinds.
front window for the axle. But Baku himself will stand in the threshold of the door and close the door to the axle behind him, and whisper backwards, "Don't go anywhere."
Well, to that point, Mo, I think, would be out front with Baku.
Okay.
So Rika is then going to try to grab the transponder and put it in one of her packs because she does not want Baku to be found with it.
Okay. We're going to change our music just a little bit to make it a little bit more entertaining.
There was a split second there where I was like,
Miko,
there's a split second
Miko
where I
will
was
be
just
hiding
like,
cider, just so
Okay.
you know.
There's definitely a cellar within this place, and there are plenty of barrels that are false to hide.
there was a split second where I was just like, you thief, and then I was like, oh, thanks. They're actually really smart.
Like
Miko.
military? Disheveled and angry? Probably has something to do with
to quickly hide your family, I would say go ahead and roll me either a stealth or sleight of hand check, both DC 15. Just so that way you're not making too much of a commotion, because there's that adrenaline that we all get when we're panicking, and we tend to make a lot more noise when we're trying to hide things.
Oh, so wait, what was it?
Sleight of hand or stealth, I'm giving you the decision.
Okay, I'm gonna do stealth, and that's a 24.
Nice.
Nice.
You do drills like this every week, just in case.
Sorry.
I don't know this person.
Not
Like,
as you can
not-
see so far. As you are hiding them, Miko, Paulo steps out, kind of dabbing his brow because he's still tired after the day's work he's done. Going towards this troop, and for all those that are looking, you also see Barnes step out of his hidden, kind of from behind them. Hello. We weren't expecting guests. The human man doesn't look confused by Barnes's presence, but isn't thrilled that he's having to talk to a centaur, if that makes any sense. This man is the cliche, I'm 5'8", but I'm going to say I'm 6 foot because it makes me feel better.
Oh, I hate him immediately. I hate him immediately.
Are already. Blech.
He looks and says, yes, are you the mayor of this town? Barnes, no, but I'm the closest thing we have to one. My name is Theodore Barnes. I run the inn here. It is great to have you here. If you need drink, it's there. The man raises his hand and says, my name is Captain Tristan Bow, and I am in need of not only medical attention, but I also am going to need some of your aid. Is there more people than this? And looking towards this very empty square. There are other houses that are near these buildings, but they're a good, 100 feet back or so because they don't want to have to deal with the nonsense of that automobile that struggles. And there's all of the doors and all the lights have been turned off because they're trying to make this look like a ghost town. You guys have practiced for this. There are more fair folk than just Rika and Miko. Speaking of which, though, Rika, go ahead and make me a stealth check. DC's very low because you're pretty far away, but DC 12.
Oh, well, yeah.
I'm sure you're okay.
Yeah, 20.
20. You are hidden. You put the receiver back into your bag, and you are just waiting. I'm assuming gun ready in case someone tries to go in, sort of thing, or
Yes.
are you next to August?
I am... Okay, so...
You're inside of the axle right now. It is mostly just
inside.
a main room. There is a rafter above, and that's where August's sleeping quarters are. And there's a ladder going up. It's just a square building with a lot of damage. And looking around, you're like, how is this place still standing?
Yeah.
Very precarious.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of go, hang towards, the outside of the inner... You know what I mean? The wall.
Sure.
And try to get closer to August, but I don't want to be, right next to him.
Okay. As soon as the blinds and everyone's hiding, August immediately would have clambered up, jumped like Yoda almost onto the ladder, going up to his rafter, and is, watching.
Oh,
Way
he's already up there?
enthusiastically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm just far back in, a hidden between, boxes position.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. When looking around, Paulo is also walking towards this group. Do those that stepped outside also wish to engage with the other two officials/leaders of this town?
Mo will not come forward unless she is summoned by something. So that being said,
Same with
she's
Buck.
not, walking towards. She's just sort of standing her ground, but she's not. She's trying to not carry as much of a presence,
I see.
if that makes any kind of sense.
Same thing with Baku, basically. Just he is standing in front of his establishment, just like in a not an authoritative way, just in a okay, don't fuck with me kind of way.
Right.
Like,
Did
we hear Tristan say that he needed medical attention?
He did say that he was requiring people didn't need medical attention.
But we heard that.
Yes, he spoke with something similar to thaumaturgy. He bolstered his voice. He did stage shouting.
So medical attention?
Medical attention.
Can I make a roll to see if I'd respond to that? This is not my die.
If you mean is your nurture versus nature gonna kick over?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw. How important is healing to Mo?
I don't know. Let me look at her character sheet. I don't know if she's necessarily the Healy type of cleric.
Sure.
But I know that. Hold on. She she only has healing words, so it's not that important to her, I guess.
It's more of ow, dang it, as you just burnt yourself on the
Exactly.
forge, yeah.
Well, I'd say more smash myself with a tool because I'm a fire genasi.
Yeah.
Flame is my life.
Would
Fine, it's
Miko
ice. Ah.
hear this?
Wisdom saving throw, you said?
A wisdom save. Everyone heard what he said. He seemed to have some sort of way of boosting his voice.
Can Miko make an insight check, because that would be fight or flight, have to give something to help, but also at the same time, Miko hates military-esque people.
100%. Insight check DC is 16, and for your wisdom saving throw, Mo, I'm going to say probably 12.
I was gonna say, yeah, I rolled an 18.
That's a 19.
You're not feeling truly inclined to help him. You can if you want to. You know that Paulo and Barnes are going to do it, because that's just in their nature, and they're both medically trained.
Pass.
And for you said 18, Miko?
Yeah. That or 17, I can't remember. Around that ballpark.
It's high enough. It's higher. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a trick. And if you look out the window, and for those of you that stepped outside, it is very clear that some of the people that are standing still, some of their very clean coats, upon just a little bit of a closer inspection, you guys are about maybe 100 feet away. There's definite signs of quick prestidigitation, but not actual cleaning. If that makes any sense. You know, when something's filthy and you, sweep real quick, but there's still stains because you didn't mop the floor? That sort of thing.
Yeah.
But on a person. And except it's not stains, it's their own jam that is all over their clothes.
So I guess in this moment, Miko would kind of get out of hiding and just start preparing herbalism kits and medical kits.
Okay.
Just to get that ready in case Pablo has to come inside and grab stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So there would be movement in the general store at that point.
Paulo will say, we do have means of healing, and by means of making sure that your men are safe, but what kind of aid are you requiring? It's not like we have a lot of manpower here when you aren't marching in here a bunch of ruthless mongrels.
The humans aren't the ones in charge anymore. We have to remember this.
Yeah.
For out of game for my players, Paulo is a level 17 druid.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's got this in the bag.
God.
He's comfortable in any circumstance. He's okay. He's okay.
First time chat from DT Doc. Hello, welcome.
That's my brother.
Hi!
Hey, there you
Captain Bo looks to him and glares, but doesn't respond. Like, that sort of inflated ego goes, and you see his demeanor relax a little bit as if he's trying to not retaliate. Barnes also walks alongside him. I agree with my friend here, but please know that there are limitations even with our patience. This was an uninvited request, and we have means of communication with Creed. Is there something going on we should be made aware of?
Mo is just listen, like whenever you in a Wild West movie, how you just the cowboy rides into town and you see the people like paying attention but not paying attention but being very casual on like the stoops. That's the vibe she's going for.
Okay.
What aid does a mongrel like you need? Is this like a serious threat to our town?
He walks up close towards the two spiritual leaders of this town and begins to communicate with them in a hushed tone that none of you can hear. Even with your higher passive perceptions, you're still 100 feet away, and I don't think any of you have the observant feat. Or if you do, one of you is hiding, and you wouldn't be able to see him from here, yeah.
No, I don't.
Curiosity, what is it? Because my insight's a 17.
It's more of being able to hear him versus him actually, like...
Perception is a 16. Passive perception is...
You're 100 feet away, my guy.
Yeah, 100 feet. Yeah,
Yeah, this is
it
the
is
town's...
Hush Town.
Yeah.
It's Hush
It's
Town.
ghost town,
Yeah.
so it's a lot louder.
Whisper. They're just saying whisper over and over again.
Whisper.
Yeah. After...
You're saying pineapple and watermelon over and over again.
Exactly, yeah. And birds and cats.
Somebody was in chorus.
I was a theater kid, baby.
There you go.
After about a solid 5 minutes of quiet, finally, Barnes looks over to the to where you two are, Baku and Mo, and waves you both to come over.
Barnes waves at us to come over?
Yes. As you see, Paulo is pinching his brow with the enthusiasm that a parent has when finding their children swinging on a chandelier at 3 a.m.
Oh no.
Looks like we're being summoned, Mo.
Oh.
May as well see what's going on.
All right, let's she'll just sort of, do you want to like a pop the shoulders, pop the neck? And
I
I'll
will,
just kinda
like-
walk over.
I'll do like the guy thing of just like pocket tapping for
Yeah.
all of my belongings.
Fair.
Just and swip, and straighten up and walk over.
She'll like be behind you on your right. She's not taking point on this in any way.
7 foot
shape, or
7 Baku walking over with the towering confidence of a descendant of giants.
The captain does not seem bothered by this, but you know that a lot closer to the mountains there are more types of giant folk up there. But yeah, most of the city guard are from
I may
yeah.
still technically be a monster, but I look a lot more like a human than other monsters do.
Yes, I agree. I'm giving you a bit of world lore as you would know that.
Yes.
The captain looks and points to the two of you. He has one of those. It's not a horse flogger, but it could have been one at one point. Like kind of that point.
What?
You know the horse flogger where it's a long rod with a bit of leather at the end, something that they use to
Oh,
point.
yeah.
Yes.
The crop, I think, is what it's
Yes,
called.
Crop, a
thank
riding
you.
crop.
A
Yeah.
riding crop.
Yeah, a flogger is like fucking ripping
Cat
flesh
at
off
a
bone. No, a riding crop. Yeah, I
A
get
riding crop. Yes, I'm
Yes.
sorry. It's leather. It's technically a whip. What do you want from me?
you know what? You have a point.
Thank you. These are the two that are going to ask to help. Paul looks and says, they might have the opportunity to help if we can communicate that. Take a step
And pleasant
there.
greetings to you too, my friend.
Greetings
to you too, my friend.
I'm going to gather my medical supplies. August, if you need me, you know what you need to do. Turns around, not August, sorry. Barnes,
what?
Barnes, if you need to communicate, if you need me, you know how to communicate. And he turns around, and the furball goes back towards the shop, gathering medical supplies. And Barnes, who, you know when horses are nervous, they do that kind of the nervous clopping. Mm-hmm. Barnes is a mule centaur. So he's got the more stubborn, like, I really want to kick something sort of energy, not the I'm nervous, I'm a horse energy.
Back leg twitching. Yeah.
Yes.
He's got restless hoof syndrome.
Yes.
There it is.
Nice.
Amazing.
Oh, another inspiration, it's fine.
Love it.
Heck yeah, let's go.
That's your second one.
I'm saving those up.
So, something happened in the forest, and they're going to need some people that have a bit more expertise in the area to go find some lost troops.
Finding troops.
The captain says, adjusting his coat, yes, and there'll be a great reward for those that are willing to bring them back.
I just sort of like side-eye Baku and then look at these guys. And
Now
I'm
that you're
just-
closer to them, they are beaten to shit. Like, they're standing at attention, but you can tell most of them are doing that thing of, like, they're gently, like, lifting their leg up so that nothing can tense or sit still, because these guys look like they went through, like, not a minefield, but something equivocal. Like, they're all exhausted, they're all covered in mud, dirt. I said mud, meaning dirt and mud.
Yes.
Some of them have pieces of shrapnel and wood that are still, like, inside their coats. You can't tell if they just weren't taken out or if they're, like, still bleeding out of them. They are struggling to keep up. The captain looks fine, but the vehicle that has the turret on it, upon closer inspection, because both of you are metalworkers, it has a lot of damage. A lot of the paint has been severely damaged, and there's a lot of things that were tried to hidden with a quick mending or prestidigitation, like I said, but it's not... The polish is false.
Got it. Now, this is, I will sort of look to the folks that are gathered and say, well, this is, maybe not necessarily my area of expertise when it comes to metalworking and such. How can I be of assistance?
We're not here to get repairs. At the moment, I need to have men be picked up. Repairs will happen either way. 200 gold
I'm
pieces to collect the missing people. We just need their tags if nothing else.
How many?
10.
Where were they last seen?
He'll point back towards the forest.
Any other... How far? When were they last seen? Any other details?
Roll me a persuasion check. You've been kind of... You're being mean, but it's valid, but he's not going to see it that way. DC is going to be a little higher. It's a 16.
This
Can
is
I
a
give
persuasion?
Yes.
Can I give
I
Mo
am
the
not
help?
charismatic! I grew up in the woods alone!
I'm sure
I
it's
have
fine.
a little better persuasion than that.
Nope,
How-
it's a 0. It's a +0.
How...
I have better persuasion than that. Yeah.
That's a 9.
9.
If you're not going to help, don't ask questions, because there are men that risk their lives trying to keep places like this safe. And I'd like.
Why would I waste my time asking questions if I wasn't going to help?
You see some of his knuckles begin to turn white at his side.
Forgive me. There's what my dear friend does mean is that they're not of this area typically. They spend more time at their forge and helping out in that, helping out with that such case. I do happen to be of the area, but these are very valid points that are being made. As much information as you are willing to give us, we are willing to process and see if we can indeed help you in these circumstances. Like, no disrespect, little man, but we are willing to help you, even if it doesn't sound like we are.
You hear from your Muletar friend, finger over his lips, trying to be as respectful as he can. As an innkeeper and barkeep, he knows better than to, laugh at things like that. You may also try to make a persuasion check. DC's a little bit better because you were more articulate. DC is 14.
And I have a little bit better persuasion.
Hopefully, as a bard, yeah.
Woo! That's with my +4, that's a 15.
Okay.
Nice.
Is it just going to be you two? Because I'd like to give the information directly to the entire group, so I don't have to repeat myself. There's no miscommunication.
I'm a pretty suave communicator, friend. And if I do need anyone else to help me out, I might know a few people, but you can lay it out on me. I guarantee I'll hold on to it. And just like tink tink taps like side of head with metallic ping, but that's only because of the little glove that he has not taken off from when he was
right,
examining things.
I thought you were going to say that Baku had a metal plate in his forehead.
No. Yeah, I was tempted. No.
We were doing some work out there, and something got angry. And it started not taking only the workers, but our troops as well.
What kind of work?
Classified.
That's about as much as you're gonna get from people like this, Mo.
If you can bring back any of the supplies or tools, we'll be able to give you more for that. We'll decide on how quality it is between now and then. They were 3 days to the northwest. Similar to the area where, Rika, you cannot hear this, but for world lore, similar to where area you were, Rika. And when you guys will explain, I'll explain more.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, we're glad Rika's not there because this is very bad.
If you look out,
3
Rika, this is not the group
northwest.
that you were dealing with. This is an entirely different squad.
Oh, it's not.
It's
okay.
not.
All right.
3 days northwest doing work.
Mm-hmm.
That
Classified.
Yes. There's only 3 types of work that can be done in this forest, though. That would be considered classified.
Would it have anything to potentially do with the... Oh, no, the tree... Hold on.
The auger tree is much more west than north for you guys.
Okay.
You
I
know
was about to say, can I make like a... What is it?
I will say you guys don't even make a history check. You guys can roll a history check if you'd like, but y'all are very decently big-brained.
I was going to say like an insight or something like on whether or not I would know what would be classified.
Oh, well, there's 3 kinds of... I was about to say there are 3 kinds of work that classify as Oh, yes?
I just rolled a 20 on my history check.
Dirty or natural?
Natural.
Woo!
I'm looking at an EV right now.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Baku, go ahead and roll as well.
That's 1 from O.
DC 12.
For what check
History.
now?
To see if you can figure out what kind of classified work it would be.
10.
10. There are several things that can be considered classified in these woods. None of them would be considered good for the woods. But for Mo, there are 4 jobs that would be taking place in this woods that would be considered classified.
Mm-hmm.
Chopping down twilight willow trees, like the paper that you got for your poaching twilight creatures, or bringing people spirits from the ever-expanding my version of the Hells in and trying to do experimentation for them.
Sorry, hold on. Oh, so you said chopping down twilight willow trees.
Chopping down twilight willow trees.
Yes. Poaching fair folk.
Hey, Dippy.
Oh.
Excuse me, what?
Collecting literal souls that have slipped out from the afterlife. And the fourth one would be a combo of any three of the other three.
Combination of the three.
Hey, Dippy.
Who? What? Yeah.
Sorry, your keyboard, dude.
I know. I'm
Sorry.
very intensely like trying to note these down.
No,
When you're not
good. I
talking, you can just
understand.
mute it. We understand, but the ambiance.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We'll never
You're
forgive you.
doing your best. I believe in you.
Okay, so Mo
One
knows
phase
that
of
I
five.
don't necessarily know.
You have a general idea,
I have a
but
general idea. Yeah.
there's nothing good that could happen to this forest if you're trying to do things that are classified.
Okay, hold on. Cause.
August reminded you that the paper of your letter was made from Twilight Willow.
Yes. Now the closest vendor that sold that was in Creed.
Right, and these people are troops directly from Crete.
Okay.
Crete is about a week north from you guys.
Okay,
So
and we're
they
going
were
3 days
deep into the forest doing whatever they're doing.
Okay. And then as far as, because I have right now written down that chopping down a twilight willow is literally like a cardinal sin, but I'm assuming the humans have that's neither here nor them for them.
When
Here
have
nor
people
there
that
for
are
them.
trying to expand civilization cared about sacred things?
That's fair, true. I'm just making sure I understand.
It's very aware. It's very clear because the trees cry.
Audibly?
Yes.
Yikes.
I don't like it.
Twilight.
I don't-
A little bit of lore about the Twilight Forest. It's my version of the Fey realm, except this takes place about maybe about 1,000 years in our future, where the Feywild has decided, you know what, humans have lost the right to this planet, so I'm going to take it over. And the place that you guys are taking the story is taking place in, the Feywild or the Twilight Forest is leaking in. So the trees that be common there are now just growing here naturally. They're beautiful. You can't have a conversation with them, but instead of them, you know how weeping like willows, the trees have like long, beautiful branches with beautiful leaves. They're crystalline. They're mixtures of purples and blues, similar to Rika's backdrop, with little bits of gem dust that are just flowing in behind them. They're gorgeous to look at. Yeah, cutting them down is a cardinal sin. And if that's what they were doing, the forest retaliated, or something that lived within the forest retaliated. Or if they were trafficking fair folk, something reacted.
Good.
But unfortunately, there is something to be said about, and as someone who has worked in tempered with metal, just because something inherently isn't bad doesn't mean that the people that it came from or the things that it can be used for are necessarily evil either. Sometimes things are forced situations they have no control over. You don't know these troops, you don't know these soldiers that have been trapped or captured here, or the workers that might have been in the similar boat. There's at least 10 people that are missing right now with whatever research or whatever work they were doing out there.
Excuse me.
So,
Sorry.
kind of floating back into game sense here. Hmm. 3 days northwest.
I just sort of look to Baku.
And I look to, well,
I guess we are gonna be tasked with this then. How exciting.
we'd be more than happy to help you. And he just gives like a big, goofy, like, grin across his, like, rather large square face. And just, and just like, you know, just, we will need a little bit of time beforehand to gather up supplies to do this. Are you going to be staying here in the meantime, or is there somewhere else that we should meet back up with you?
We're probably going to need to stay here to recover.
Fair enough.
At this point,
Well, then I'd recommend that you give good countenance to my friend Barnes here. And I knocked over all my shit. Big clumsy giant hands.
Giant problems.
turns over
Anyway.
and everyone falls over like pins, like in a bowling alley.
Domino fall. Yeah, troops fall over like dominoes. No.
And his hand catches fire in her hair.
Yeah. I recommend that you pay good countenance to my friend Barnes here and his inn, the Barnes Barn. We'd be sure that they would have accommodations for some of you at least. Other than that, I don't know. Might want to pitch a tent. Not a lot of spare room to go around here.
Worst comes to worst, you can always sleep under the stars, I'm
Baku,
sure.
you wound me. And you see that Barnes begins to reach into his pouch that he has on his person and rubs a bit of clay in his hands together and presses on the ground. You see he begins to mold earth as he begins to make small structures. There's always plenty of room here.
Of course. I wasn't
Miko.
going to spoil our guests with that knowledge
Yeah.
right away.
At this point, you see that Paulo walks in and sees that you've grabbed the kits and begins to grab them and looks to you. Are you good?
What are they doing here?
Hubris. You know, nothing has changed.
Obviously. Honestly, with them walking in like they did on the way here, not only do they look sleepier than the turtles that move, like, through here in the city, but also they're pretty much, from the looks of it, they kind of, between you and me, look more useless than a fish trying to catch another fish.
With that being said, he picks you up by the scruff. You're helping me. And puts you on his shoulder.
We've talked about this.
Mm-hmm. And I've talked to you about all life is precious, even if you don't like it. So you're going to help me take care of it.
Okay, well, cider's not helping, period.
That's why I said you, not the royal you.
She's gonna keep her mouth shut. She would be grabbing... Miko would be grabbing, like, different stuff out of their herbalism kit, kind of like bandages and tinctures and...
Also, be sure to grab the ledgers so we can send a bill to Creed for these transactions.
Oh, yeah. Do we upcharge or do...
No,
Oh, come on!
I'm a businessman, not a sociopath.
Do you know how good the money would be? Whatever.
You're getting
Genuine
paid.
question, what's the difference?
Between a businessman and a sociopath.
No, I know. I'm being facetious. I'm sorry.
He's a furbolg, not a minotaur.
There.
Alrighty. Miko's trying to keep it cool. It's not working.
No. Oh, phew.
No, go ahead. If y'all are still working on that.
Oh no, that's all Miko's got right now.
As that is going on, Baku will step, like just independently of Mo. Mo, are you going to head back for a minute here, or are we? If you don't mind, I'd like to just speak again with the captain here for a second. Maybe get another detail or two.
So you don't want me here?
Go grab tell our friends what we're gonna get up to here.
Okay. Then
I'll
she'll
call
turn
her.
on her heel and her walk
I can
away.
call you if I need you. No, you know that.
Oh yeah.
You see that as the things are being made, that the other troops that were standing there, they're told at ease by the captain, and they start prepping for camping of sort. They all are carrying really big packs. Like these guys were out trekking for a while.
And as they prep that, we're gonna very quickly send it off to a small break. So
Yes.
we'll
Thank
be
you.
right back. Don't go
Perfect
anywhere. More. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Moonlit Mist.
Woo!
I will still be here to make sure the formatting is good.
And welcome back.
Hello.
Hope you were able to get your beverages, your snacks, and go use the bathroom if you had to. So, as medical attention and housing for these 25 odd people are being set up, we're gonna head back to Mo, who is heading towards the axle. It is not locked. You're easily allowed to enter.
Okay, so yeah, I open the door and I just sort of walk back in, and then I lean up against it and I put eyes on Rika and put eyes on oh my gosh. Why am I blanking on his name?
August.
Snuggle
August,
Monsters
thank you.
asking if the stream is lagging.
Shouldn't be. Hang
Marco.
on.
Anyone else that's mods, if anyone's having problems, could you say something in the chat?
No, it looks fine on my end.
Okay, thank you. It might be your connection.
Yeah, let me
But
check.
thank you for letting us know.
Let me check the bitrate real quick. Yeah, no, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, cool. Thank you for letting us know regardless. Your interaction helps us make this better for your experience.
Yes.
Let's go.
Sorry about that.
And thank you for all our new followers as well, by the way. We are very appreciative.
Yes.
So when Mo comes in and tries to put eyes on Rika, she can't see her. Or they can't see her. She is actually like right next to the door and has been trying to like kind of like peek through the window and like listen in. But when I can tell that Mo's trying to find Rika, I'll just kind of pop up and just be like, "What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Why are you talking to them?"
Are they new customers? August says as he's spider climbing on the wall again like Stitch.
Yes. They're freaking military. They're humans. Why the hell would we care?
Because they're gonna pay us 200 gold marks to find them, missing humans.
Do
Plus-
they have to be alive?
No, not necessarily.
Do we get more money if we come back with more?
I don't know. He said there were about 10.
Okay, so we could probably push it to like 12, maybe 15.
I don't know. He said bring back tags if nothing else.
Human money. Fair folk money. Fire money. Money.
Just don't want to.
Listen,
He
I get
pats
it.
your head
I
affectionately.
Didn't initiate. I didn't initiate this. I just sort of followed Baku's lead. I don't do the people thing well, you know this.
Yeah. And I don't do fucking jerks from Creed. Like, what are they doing here? It can't be anything good.
I think they got their shit handed to them.
Good. Let's go help them.
Yeah,
Nope.
I'm not,
Nope.
August?
Nope.
Nope, what? No,
Nope.
what?
You see that he's sitting there as he jumps down from his spider climb. He's making something out of. He's just got some copper wires, and when you said let's go help them, Rika, he starts saying nope, and you see that his one eye, his okay eye, begins to bounce around nervously as he's beginning to create something with metal, and he's. You don't need to roll an insight check. He's having a panic attack. As if he's having some sort of flashback to seeing those people.
Okay.
And just nope.
Okay.
Nope.
And so I'm gonna go up to him and just kind of be like, okay, August, okay, it's all right.
Roll
We're
me
here.
a persuasion check. DC 15.
Okay.
I want to hug this person
I
and
know.
then steal his 10mm socket.
Fuck's sake.
Persuasion.
Yes.
Oh, why is that a plus 0? Okay, 16.
Yeah,
16?
So
I don't have calm emotions. Can
Today.
I guidance?
Yeah.
Guidance?
They're able to get it. But yeah.
Okay.
He begins to calm down, and you see what he's been making with the copper wire. It is this strange beast that something you would have seen in this forest just roaming that you would avoid, because not everything here, even if you're fair folk or not, will want to be bothered.
Okay.
It's
Obviously.
it almost looks like one of the Colossuses from the game 12 Colossi, if you guys remember the game.
Shadow of the Colossus?
Shadow of the Colossus, thank you, yes. There's 12 of them, I'm sorry.
We all know what you were talking
Yeah.
about.
It's hulking. It almost looks like almost some sort of primate. But it's got several horns that look jagged and contorted. He did this with copper wire, just standing there panicking.
Yeah. So, and I recognize that creature.
Similar shapes. You aren't really looking at the thing when it shows up. You're like, don't look at me. I can't see it. It can't see me. Sort of.
Gotcha. Yeah. And
when I say it's hulking, it could probably use a school bus, like a long bus we have here in modern time, as a seat.
Jesus.
okay.
Like, yeah, pretty fucking huge.
Yeah.
And I know it's bad. So okay. Well,
Oh, fuck, I forgot the disclaimer at the beginning. This is an adult channel with adult themes, and we say fucking shit a lot, so, like, there's your
sorry.
warning.
And even
there's
piss.
there's your warning post-emptively, sorry. Because I just realized that.
Unsubscribed, unfollowed, never again.
How dare you! Anyway.
Okay. All right. That's what's there. That's what did it.
Could be. I mean, that it's a refresher, as it doesn't matter. Like him doing that, it could have been that.
Oh,
but it's
I was
also
saying it to him.
Oh. Forest not safe. Doesn't matter.
What was that? August.
That's what he thinks is out there. That's why he doesn't want it.
His one good eye is narrowing down. You see a glint of purple.
Can I do some flavor shit right now, DM?
I would love some flavor shit. He is doing something as well.
Can I cast Identify on this and see what I can glean about what August is remembering specifically?
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Oh, what a clever use of Identify.
To add to the flavor, you know August. You've known him for a long
Yes.
time.
Yes.
You also know he's been crazy for a long time.
Yes. Absolutely.
Make me a spell attack.
A spell attack?
You're trying to identify the madness of someone's mind, so you're trying to basically counterspell it, basically try to figure out what's going on. DC is 16.
Okay, I gotta find the right tie for this. Hold on.
If that makes sense, then that's fair for everyone else. I want this because it's a collaborative game. Does that track with everyone?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my solid brass die because I am a metal worker.
Perfect.
That makes sense.
There you go. Do it!
16.
16. That was the DC.
Ooh,
There you go.
okay.
Yay.
There are several hulks that live within this forest. Some speculate that they are the things that will actually shift how this forest behaves. They're protectors of the augur tree. They either were chosen people that were turned into these vessels, or they were born this way and just have stepped out of the Twilight Forest. No one knows, because no one's really asked these things. Because either they're not really up for communication, or they're just roaming beasts. It's hard to say.
Hold, please.
I'm holding onto the table for dear life.
I know. I'm
Holding me.
trying to write notes.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
writing very disjointed notes right now.
It's
I
okay.
apologize.
I am holding
Oh,
for
trust
dear
me,
life.
I've been doing that too.
Hashtag holding.
Nobody has asked what they are.
Can we get H's in the chat for holding?
We get an H for him.
They are big. And introverted.
The fact that people are doing H's makes me so happy.
I mean, granted, 3 of those people were us, so...
Yes.
I mean, I know.
4 of those
You know
people
what?
were us.
Snugglepuff is having the time of their life. I don't know your pronouns. I'm so sorry.
But yes, I am. Okay.
You've known this man for a long time, and whatever happened to him to be as disheveled or whatever it is, it might have been at the effects of one of these creatures. He's never specified or designed any creature like this.
Okay. I am going to sort of call on the starlight that is my deity. That's how I sort of envisioned her. This sort
The
of
Shimmering Gem? Yeah.
yeah. And I'd like to sort of, I see that sort of purple flare in August's eyes. And I don't have calm emotions, but I would love to just sort of find a way to take that glow in the middle of my palms and just sort of exhale it and just place it on his shoulders and just sort of try to soothe.
May I counter your soothing technique?
Yes.
Similarly with how you cast the light cantrip last time to try to comfort that small sapling.
Ah, yes, thank you. Because I remember I did that.
You did!
That was the thing that I did.
Yeah!
Remember that thing I did? Yeah!
But
Checking to make sure we remember.
Yeah,
instead of it
that was a
being
test.
a glowing warm spore, seeing that little bit of purple as you are both worshippers of the Shimmering Gem, the Queen of the Gods, and the Master Crafter,
Okay.
the creator of men, even of humans. You exhale and blow into your hands once again, trying to get that warmth, dust finger style from the movie Inkheart. Instead of it being this glowing warm spore, it almost looks like a small shimmering constellation of warmth. And when you blow it out, it's like when Tinkerbell flies around. It goes around him and covers him in this shimmering, beautiful light. Thank you for the sub, Dippy. And go ahead and roll me a wisdom check to see how well you're able to calm him down. DC, because of Rika's attempts earlier, make it a 12.
Okay.
Rika helped it.
I did.
You said just a wisdom check?
Just a wisdom check.
And you said DC 12?
DC 12.
14.
Yay!
You don't have the spell prepared, but it does seem to calm whatever beasts that lurk behind. That is the soup that is August's brain.
Good soup.
The light
I wouldn't try it.
Calm August soup brain.
So, can
Probably
you,
leaking out his face. What?
GM, can you please clarify? Is August telling us, or is August trying to tell me that I need to help? Or is he trying to say, like, this is a bad monster, and it was trying to, like, protect the forest? Or is this is a bad monster hurting everybody, you need to take it out? Can I tell? Because
I would. What's your passive insight?
that's a thing.
It is. It's right next to your passive perception.
17.
17? The point he tried to make by creating this creature into a repeated nope is that it doesn't matter if you're human, if you're a fair folk, if you're a half giant, or if you're a half djinn.
Okay.
This forest will destroy you if you're not careful. And these people, human or not, are in trouble in this forest that you claim is your home. but it's
Okay.
going to still... It doesn't matter what you are. It could have been you out there. Even if they're humans, would you want them to help you if you were dying?
Maybe.
That's what he was probably trying to do, but got too brought up or whatever war flashback he went through.
Gotcha. Okay. I was just like, I think that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah. Thank you for asking.
No problem. All right, August. We'll take care of it.
Good.
Right? And Rika looks at Mo and is like, that's the plan, right? We're gonna go get money for bringing back tags, but ultimately, if thing is in our woods, we need to get rid of it.
I don't think we need to get rid of it. I think it's something that is, and that just is. It's not good, it's not bad. It just serves its purpose. It defends. It protects.
But it also threatens and scares. I'm pretty sure I've seen that thing before. And it was not trying to be friendly to anything.
Friendly. How many times, honestly, have you seen me be friendly?
Fair, I'm not super friendly either, but
It's okay. I like you both. And you see that August has taken out of your bag the responder, the transponder, and is sitting over there, and he's trying to plug the live wires onto it so he can get the radio going. No gloves, nothing.
no,
He rolled a natural 18 on his sleight of hand to take the radio out of your bag.
it's a perception of 20.
His passive perception, plus his sleight of hand, it's a 25.
Oh, rolled an 18, not
Yeah.
total 18. Yeah.
He's very sneaky when he wants to be sneaky.
Yeah.
Hey, I was gonna give that back.
Mine!
What? No, technically it's not yours. Baku.
Mine!
You got the magazine.
Mine!
Fine, whatever.
Again, Baku's not there right now. Baku has a mutual understanding that August kind of just fucks with Baku's stuff whenever he gets a chance to. Like,
Just don't want to get in trouble because I was trying to be nice. Not that anybody knows that.
Obviously not, yeah.
Stupid people and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that these Hulks, they're there to defend the forest and nature. It just is. It's not good, it's not bad.
But if killing stuff in the forest,
And if you say killing stuff in the forest, Mo will sort of light up her hand with her flame and say, is the nature of fire inherently evil? No, it just is. It gives light.
yeah,
It gives warmth, but it can also destroy and cause fear, as well as provide light to those in the darkness.
and if there's a fire at a house, you put it out. If
As
there's
this
a
debate
giant
is
Hulk-
going on...
No,
Yeah.
No, you're okay.
I love this, though. This is great.
it's
Thank
great.
you.
We can continue with this in the...
I immediately wrote that down as a quote in my notes. Holy shit.
What?
Great line. Is the nature of fire inherently evil? That's a great line. Oh my god.
Baku and you're trying to have a conversation with the captain, and you see Paulo bringing out Miko and start to wrap up these people. Miko, if you are still with us, how would you say they are approaching this ragtag group of filthy human flesh? Huh?
Whoa.
I do apologize. I'm trying to make sure I can hear. I'm having technical difficulties on my end.
And we can hear you fine.
For those a blizzard in my area, so can we do a 1, 2, or
Okay.
Someone's
Oof.
okay.
You're all right. The question was, how are you interacting with healing these humans? Oh, you know what? We'll go on to them. Baku. They are healing them, and they're resentful, and you're okay. Weather is something you can't control. Despite Dippy's belief that I control the weather for some reason.
It was your fault.
Obviously, yes, because I want to sabotage my friends.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I can hear.
Yes.
Okay. The question
how-
was, how are you approaching healing these humans?
So Miko would have like bandage rolls, like the things you would see in MASH type
Okay.
of ordeal.
Yeah.
So like bandage rolls,
Mhm.
tinctures, a few things that would be like, hey, this is something that would soothe like any burns or anything else like that.
Mhm.
Like a salve that'd be kind of like I don't know if anyone's seen Midsummer, but take from this and feel no more from the yew tree type of ordeal.
Midsummer? Oh.
Yeah,
Midsummer,
take this sap, feel no pain type of thing, kind of like
Yes.
sedative.
Oh my god.
Goddamn strange movie, by the way.
I love that movie.
Oh, I think it's weird. Anyway.
While you're doing that, a lot of them seem a little hesitant to be receiving healing from you. But even less hesitant to get healing from you than the 9.5-foot tall cow man.
9.5 feet
for
tall.
Yeah,
anyone
Apollo's
that has
massive.
Yeah, for anyone that has a problem with Miko, she would be kind of like, do you want help or not?
No, I do, please. And a lot of them will start taking off, and like they are bruised, they are battered. They have had a hell of a week.
If you don't mind me asking, she would probably ask one of them, well, what did you see? Or is that something you're not allowed to share?
I don't care. A guy is taking out a cigarette nervously, and even like their cigarettes are crushed and crumbled. They're like having to like try to straighten them up. Like
Mika would be grabbing a trauma blanket and like wrapping it. It's a tiny blanket.
They're all sitting around and like a mist came out of nowhere. It was the middle of the day. The fog was gone. We were doing our work, and suddenly things just started disappearing.
Well, humidity is something that happens in the forest often.
Not like this. And each one of them gives a similar tale to that.
Okay. Well, seems like you've had a rough couple days, so take from this, feel no pain.
Yes.
He said the title.
It was Moonlit.
No, I said it was mist. There was no moonlit. It was midday.
Sure.
If you would like some tea, I know some very good people that enjoy making tea.
Anything that's not coming out of a can, please.
The mist that was moonlit.
Oh.
The mist that was lit.
Tippy, roll a D1000.
All right, that's
Okay,
4
question, do those
D10s.
exist?
Hmm?
Does a D1000 exist? And if so, where can I buy it?
I've
A D1000 is rolling 4 D10s and just giving the result.
I've always done it 3 D100s, and then if
Or
you
3 D100s, sorry,
Yeah.
yeah. That's a 0.
That's crazy.
That's a 5. That's a 7. I got a 57.
Nice.
Tabaku.
1,000?
Just crushed.
Yeah. 57. Like Monty Python footage.
Yeah, exactly. So,
57 would be enough to kill me, so thank you. I'll be out of here.
Oh no!
I would say after a moment of helping people out, I would immediately start looking for someone I recognize, whether that be Baku or anybody at that point.
Oh, I'm there.
Baku's
I'm like
talking to the commanding officer, yeah.
standing there
Okay.
talking to the captain right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Captain
I would
Bill.
come close to you, but I don't trust that person. I know
Yeah.
nothing.
So what information are you trying to get out of Captain Bo? Baku.
My apologies for my friend back there. they're not the greatest talker in the world.
He takes out a flask from a pocket, not from his pouches, but from there. He just takes it out and just...
Listen, Mo, I am entering soldier talking to soldier mode to try to gain, like, fucking whatever. Like,
Camaraderie?
anything I say... camaraderie mode. I'm not... anything I say is literally just buttering people up, whether I mean it or not.
Bailey understands. Mo's like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, you're not there. Yeah.
Mo in the other room. Is anyone else's nose itchy?
Roll a D1000, gotcha. All right. Anyway,
Over here pondering the good and evil of the element of fire. It's fine.
It's like Boy Scout camp all over again.
I understand that this trek must have been very difficult for you. You know, is this some kind of campaign that you're doing, just heading south for one reason or another, or is this just, you know, is this a, like, I know you said it was classified. You don't have to give details. Just like
Takes a drink.
Is this a one-stop shop, or are you actually like doing a grand tour here? Like,
I am not getting paid enough to do a grand tour through this damn forest. You out of your mind? No, some rich brat said, "Hey, I'll give you money to do this for me." And he said, "Pick your own troops." I've had these boys, and he points to them, I basically got them straight out of boot camp. I've had them for 10 years. And I've never seen anything like that.
Forest can be a very strange and controlling place. I mean, I was taking a flight myself, and I went from air to ground in one blink. Still don't know where that fucking plane went.
I haven't heard about that.
Yeah. By the way, if you see like a big fuck-off cargo plane, like somewhere on your travels, that might be mine. Let me know. I would be very happy to have it back.
What kind of name can we put it down for you?
Baku Geki, if you, and, well, if you must know, Corporal Baku Geki Jisoji, but you can just call me Baku.
You're a long way from home, Corporal, if you're flying planes.
Let's just say that my time serving came to an end not too long ago. So I understand your plight, but I hope you can also understand mine.
I'm not paying enough to bring in war criminals. And he takes another drink from his flask.
Scarlet Sentinel willing. Scarlet Sentinel willing. What I did wasn't a crime. And like gesturing to take a drink from the same flask.
He hands it over. Scarlet Sentinel willing. We'd all be retired by now, picking daisies.
You said who willing?
Scarlet Sentinel willing. We'd all be retired by now, picking daisies.
Alright, I gotta catch up a little bit on notes.
I'm gonna go check on my men. Excuse me.
Of course.
And he starts talking, and you do see that they do have a bit of a radio transpondent, and they are sending out information to Creed, most likely. One of the vehicles does have a radio.
Let's see. Shared.
If you'd mute, that way the other two can come back if they'd like.
Yeah, so at that point I would be like, if he's going to check on his men, then I would kind of go over to Miko, and I would just be like, would you mind coming with me? I'm gonna check in with the others. I'm sure Paulo's got a good handle on this, right? And just like tap on the back.
she quickly nods and will follow you to wherever you're trying to go. And Paulo is working.
It doesn't even acknowledge, yeah.
You know. And other
so
people
I
coming
will
out now
walk
and
back
beginning to
to-
help the local
I will walk back to
leaders.
the axle with Miko in tow at that point.
Okay.
And bursts in the door. No. Gently open the door.
No, so
Let
here's
us
what I'm
finish
saying,
our
though.
thing.
Here's what I'm saying, though. Sorry, Bailey's actually chewing still. Sorry.
I guess.
Gently open. Miko walks in, gently close. And just like arms crossed, leaning against wood of door frame. Oh.
And you find you enter to see us having a surprisingly
Deep.
philosophical conversation.
I imagine that I would have like walked in the door for like the last third of just what had previously been roleplayed and just been sitting back listening and would have nodded impressively at the "is fire evil" line and is like friends like at towards the end of that conversation.
Doing that. It's canon now. Mo is officially just jumpy because
Yeah,
she's so
very
used to being alone.
Also, you're telling the biggest person in the room to stop being stealthy.
Yeah.
Again,
is your passive
she
perception, Mo?
lived by herself.
What is your passive perception, Mo?
15.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wow. That's cold. That's coming from a storm giant.
In real life, I have been told that I have a very silent step for how tall I really am. So I'm glad that's coming across in my characters as well.
For the first time in forever.
I'm
Anyway.
also, it's funny because in real life I also hyperfixate ADHD and will blank out and will be shocked and surprised and jumpy as well. People are like, you need to calm down. I'm like, run that by me one more time. I couldn't understand you.
Well, it seems that these humans were doing some sort of mission for this uber rich person in Creed. Not entirely sure what. I didn't dig too deep on that, but if
Well,
there's
only-
there may be some more dosh to be made for offering assistance to whatever these people are doing. Of course, if it's within our ethics, of course.
I don't think it is, though.
Yeah,
Because-
well, that's something to look into. Is maybe worst comes to worst, Rika, you have another person to kill. So like,
Well, they could have only been doing one of 4 things.
And they're all bad.
They're all bad.
yeah.
But
Well,
and then
Again.
we explained to Mako about August and the copper wire creature.
The copper Hulk that he made.
Yeah.
holding the little copper Hulk.
Yeah. So we also have this to deal with whatever that means, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing or whatever. But
Whenever August
Good or
talks about
bad, it
something
just
like
is. It just is.
oh my god,
This,
I don't. It killed people. We have.
As you hear
High
August
pitched-
accidentally get
Yeah.
100%
High-pitched whistle.
electrified.
high-pitched whistle, just like, just
Yeah.
Death glare from Rika. She does not like being treated like an animal.
listen. Guardians of the Forest are not things to be dealt with.
Thank
They are
you.
things to be like
Respected.
traipsed. They are things to be respected and then traipsed around in the process of doing things in the forest. And you pray that they do not catch you doing something it doesn't like. So this thing is something that we need to sneak past, not blow past or kill past.
Baku, you know this from your war efforts. Hulk's similar to this little design. You've never seen one up close, but they're the reason why the northern country has never tried,
Excuse me.
has never invaded. this area because one of them, they had people flying in planes trying to bomb them. A creature looked up and was able to pull the souls out of the people's bodies before they could even see it.
Wait. Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
They were
Baku
flying
will
bombers.
say that in character because so.
Go ahead.
We were. Well, to put it one way, there was a mission that I went on. We were flying into territory from north to south, and let's just say that a fully crewed bomber went from alive to dead with the flick of a hand, and we couldn't even see the damn thing. It was these things are too spooky to bomb, much less.
And
bump
it sounds
into.
like they weren't even doing anything. They were just flying above. So
Well,
whether it's bad or not, there's
I
more.
still maintain. I was gonna say I still maintain my stance of
yeah. Again,
just because it destroys doesn't mean that it's inherently evil, because the same thing can do both good and bad.
I never said it was
I will-
inherently evil. I said if it's killing people, we need to kill it. This is our forest, and we need to protect it.
it
and
is.
yes, if this thing is protecting the forest too, that's great. Except we need to figure out where that line is.
The deepest parts of this forest are their forest. Rika.
Yeah,
I'm using
this
the
is
restroom.
not.
You guys
I'm-
keep
They
RPing.
really are.
Okay, I was going to say I honestly don't believe this forest is ours.
Yeah.
We
They-
live here, but we're here at the behest of the gods. It's
The
not
lines.
it's not
God,
ours.
You guys and your gods all the time.
The
Make
lines
your
that we
own
draw-
decisions.
The lines that we draw on our maps are meaningless to the eyes of those who actually have control of the universe.
Yes, if you believe in somebody else having control over that. I believe in I have stuff, you have stuff, and that's about it. Look, I'm not saying we go out and try to just destroy everything. I'm saying that if we go out there and it tries to attack us, we have to defend ourselves and probably kill something. I'm
Well-
not trying to look for to mess it up. I'm just saying we need to protect ourselves and others. But
You've
you
made
know,
your-
if you guys need help stealthing and stuff, I'm gonna
You've
do it
made your point.
anyway.
You've made your point. One way or another, we are going to.
I'm gonna find
retrieve-
you. Sorry.
Not now, Liam
We're gonna
Neeson.
get you. One way or another, we will be doing this favor for these military men because there is money involved in it. So,
Yes.
And as divinely as my beliefs lie, I am also, I live in this world, and this world runs on money. So
so I did tell the captain that we needed time to prepare, but when I say we, I would inquire whether that we includes you two, and looks at Rika and Miko.
What?
Well, there is something to be said about manpower, and when you're doing anything in the forest.
Fairfolk power. August corrects as he's still messing with the wires.
To be honest with you, if it gets me out of work, then I'd be perfectly fine with it. As long as I don't kill something. I've never really killed anything before.
Well,
you don't have to take a life if you don't wish to.
Yeah,
That's why I got you.
That's why I've got her.
We don't have to kill.
Rika.
We don't. We don't
I'm
have
fine.
to kill. We just have to, according to them, retrieve.
Survive.
Whether
Win.
they are alive or dead is not
I mean,
ours fate to
I'm in the
decide.
money. I'm in it for the
Bless
money,
you.
to be honest with you. I'm gonna
Thank you.
be quite honest with you. I want to repay Mr. Barnes, so I think that would be really good for me, at least. So I'm in.
All right.
Okay. So, we have an option. We can end stream now, or we can begin the trek out there right now and maybe run into some interesting things today.
I would be all right with let's begin the trek at the very least.
How we feeling energy-wise? Typically, we run for like another... I mean, last time we went over by about 45 minutes. I don't want that to happen again, because I don't know how everyone's feeling. We have 15 minutes before a 2-hour, deadline is, but do we want to continue to see how far we can get, or how are we feeling?
It would be 15 minutes before another break, too. So,
That's also true.
So let's see what we can do in 15 minutes.
Go ahead.
Okay.
No,
I was gonna say I do have work early tomorrow,
Okay.
and I have
Do we want to cut it?
to unpack. I'm so sorry.
Don't. You're okay.
Let's-
That's more than fair. That's why I brought it up now, so that way we can do things. Yeah, so we're gonna end it a little early. That's okay. It's a nice short episode. If you want to watch a longer episode, watch the last time. You can see how awful the previous setup was before I really just bit the bullet and made it look as pretty as I possibly could. Very funny.
And,
It's a,
and you still have a little work to do, friend. You're still a little squashed.
I
wow.
think you're doing great.
Thank
You're
you.
doing so good.
We can't all be nice to Brett.
Smite him. Smite him, Brett.
No, he'd
He's
like
the
it.
DM. We must round nose our way through this.
Please don't. You don't know where I've been.
That tells you the experience difference between Cozy, Arista, myself, and Brett. That's the experience difference.
See, the difference is I like those two, Dippy. That's the difference.
Hi, I'm Rika.
I love it.
So, thank you, my dear friends, for being here with this little step into our adventure. Next time, it will not be next week. It'll be after we'll be back, and we'll be stepping into the forest. Should be interesting. Should be a good time. If you're interested in seeing our players, I have their handles on the screen.
Do we do our world?
Oh,
event?
thank you, K9.
Thanks, Dana.
Not tonight.
Not tonight. Okay.
We'll be doing one at the beginning of next session. If we were leaving, we would have done one, but we're not.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to roll one, we can, but
What are we doing?
The world
event
rolls,
roll,
where everyone
the
rolls.
D100.
Oh,
If we want to roll one, we can.
I feel like that's pretty chaotic, and I'm here for it.
All right.
So let's do that. So let's do that tonight, so that we don't have to do it.
First thing tomorrow,
time,
or
yeah.
first
Yeah.
thing next time. Yeah.
Seems good to me.
Okay, I gotta find the right dice.
And I know how to do this now.
Yeah, 2
Hee.
teens. Whoop.
Where am I, D100?
28.
Give me un momento.
28? No, 28. 28.
I have a cold.
Doesn't mean you have to give us the cold shoulder. Jeez.
Just to make sure I'm reading this correctly, if I rolled an 8, if I rolled 80 on the D100 on the double-sided one and a 0, is that 8 or
That's
is that
80.
80?
That's 80.
Thank you.
23,
Flat.
80. Okay.
I got a 14.
14. And then I don't think our good friend Miko can
Miko, do you want someone
want
to
me
roll
to-
for you?
Yeah.
probably would make sense.
I was gonna say, Rika,
Yeah. I got
why don't you go ahead and roll?
46.
46.
46.
Okay.
Man. I was able to parse out the DM's roll from a little small detail he leaked last time we ended, but now I
Oh,
won't
duh.
know. So that's-
Yeah.
Baku
this time-
14, Miko 46, Rika 28, Mo 80. Exactly 80.
Okay. This will be fun.
Oh,
God. No.
that's scary. I just peed a little bit. I don't.
This will be. I thank you again, friends, for watching, and also my lovely players. I appreciate you guys indulging me in my silly little adventures I'm throwing you into. But you guys seem to be
Thank you
enjoying it a
for
little bit.
indulging us in our silly antics
you.
and crazy shit
Thank
that we
you.
do.
As I
Thank
always
you.
try to say after playing a game, thank you for DMing.
Oh,
It truly
Yes.
is.
Yes.
I have the itch so bad all the time. I live for this. You kidding?
There you go.
You make such a nice sandbox for us to play in. We're very excited.
Thank you. This will be fun. Before we go, though, we are going to be rating our friends at Roll for Respawn. I believe today they're playing Stardew Valley.
Ooh.
That's if they're even live. They start late sometimes.
Ouch.
I don't. On.
Oh, roll for.
I don't think so.
They are live.
Oh, they are?
Yes.
There you are.
Uh-oh.
They just started.
Oh.
Lovely.
So thank you
Oh,
so
yeah,
much.
Perfect timing then.
Thank you so much to everyone that has stopped by. If you've lurked, part of the chat, we are grateful. Thank you.
Thanks
Take
so
care.
much for watching. Wait a second.
Hey,
The
hey, hey.
ANIPOD outro.
Hey,
So, thank you so much for watching. Tune in tomorrow for an Inquisition talkback, and on Monday for the return of Dream Daddy to the Dapper D's. So, until next time, thank you so much for watching. Your adventure matters. Stay awesome, and roll your initiative.
Bye-bye.
Bye.